The International Business Times on August 22, 2015 explains that epigenetic inheritance refers to external modifications to the DNA. To begin, we'll take a glimpse into what the epigenetic theory is by examining the basis for the theory and looking at how this research functions in complex organisms. First, the Genetic Science Learning Center of the University of Utah, last updated in 2016, notes that mammals develop from specialized reproductive cells with stable gene profiles. Some of this genetic information is marked with epigenetic or chemical tags. The term tag simply referring to the way they attach themselves to the DNA. Most of these genetic modifications are erased during fertilization, in a process known as reprogramming. However, it's now been found that some of these changes can manage to slip through the process of reprogramming, making their way to the embryo's DNA.
I stayed married for a long time, past the point where I should have called it quits. I mean, my religion said I should stay, and I had kids, man. 'Cause you know, that can totally screw kids up. Okay, I am making light of it, but I really did feel that way. And I know that statistically speaking, kids do better in a home where there's a mom and a dad. I also know that statistically speaking, every 1 in 5 people are Chinese. So that must mean if I have 5 kids, 1 will be Chinese. Or maybe every situation is different and cannot be judged by the status quo. The danger of the single woman and the threat she poses to civilization is an ancient narrative. 400 years ago, we burned such creatures. 50 years ago, they were co-signed to homes for unmarried mothers or mental institutions. So what we have today is a slightly better, but of the same vindictive hue.
That maybe Europe and Turkey have found a solution to actually solve the situation, and that is a deal between these two organizations. That would be, Europe would send back refugees back to Turkey in payment for almost 3 million euros. This situation is devastating in itself because it's reached condemnation across the world as a violation of humanitarian rights in dealing with refugees. In addition, it does not look like it can actually solve the situation as a whole. And it's for this reason that we must ask today's question, which is, will the EU-Turkey agreement help curb the flow of refugees into Europe? The answer is no. Unfortunately, in the case of Europe, the flow of migrants and refugees will continue to pour into Europe because it will not solve the situation as a whole. To fully understand why this is, we must break this down into 3 areas of analysis. First, by looking at the original plan itself. Second, how it does not solve the situation, before finally realizing the only true way to actually solve it is for the Syrian war to actually end.
The Caxinawa tribe in Brazil is a tribe that is like any other classic tribe. However, as a tribe, they find that they face massive amounts of discrimination and judgment from not only the Brazilian government, but also people who just don't understand who they are or how they live. So what the tribe has done is that they've created a video game called Real People, where you travel as a member of the Caxinawa tribe, and you start out as a hunter, and you slowly make your way up into the ranks of the tribe, ultimately learning what the tribe does and what their values are. And this idea of taking someone for who they truly are can be seen in today's quotation from Abraham Lincoln, saying, "I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice."
Even though America has been more accepted towards mental illnesses, we've yet to fully recognize that for these Asian American women, admitting they have a problem is considered a cultural disgrace. And asking for help is vilified. In a one-woman production, scholar and comedian Christina Wong gives voice to what many Asian American women endure. In a world where the only life worth living is the one that moves along a storyline of success. Wong Flew the Cuckoo's Nest by Christina Wong. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to teach you this word. Fiction. Okay, for example, if I were to say something like, "Hi guys, my name is Christina Wong, and one day I went to the doctor and he said, Christina Wong, you are so crazy. We're gonna put you under medication because you are out of control." And what would that be, folks? Ah, fiction. Okay, one last time to make sure that you have this concept down.
An open letter to black people in horror movies. Run! Are y'all just gonna sit here while the dude with the chainsaw's right behind you? Let's make a movie called Dinosaurs in the Hood. There should be a scene where a little black boy is on the bus playing with his toy dinosaur. Looks out the window and sees the T-Rex. Because there just has to be a T-Rex.
Rebecca Lopez was just 15 years old when she woke one night to find two men posing as police officers in her bedroom. These men then drove her several hours away to a private residential treatment facility where she stayed for 6 months. Lopez is a lesbian, and as she told BuzzFeed on March 27th of 2015, "My mom's not okay with me being gay." Lopez was forced to undergo no-touch therapy while she resided at the facility until she renounced her lesbianism. She says, "I still flinch when someone touches me or when people try and interact with me, as she's afraid she'll still be punished." And Lopez is not alone. Whether these programs are for LGBT youth or teens with a drug abuse problem, they claim the ability to fix troubled teens. Vanguard Now writes on July 30th of 2015 that the GAO, or Government Accountability Office, did an investigation in which they found that in 1 year alone, 1,619 staff members in private residential treatment facilities were found to have been involved in incidents of abuse across 33 states.
Okay, class, pop quiz time. Question 1. Was Manifest Destiny A, a great opportunity for everyone, or B, a time when our country killed millions of Native Americans? Question 2. Which component of industrialization is more important? A, it brought economic growth to already wealthy white people, or B, it created immense urban poverty? Okay, time's up. If you picked A both times, then you either really want to make America great again, or you work for the College Board, which according to CNN of July 31st, 2015, implemented a new approach to the Advanced Placement U.S. History course exam. CNN used holograms to report on this, so you know it's a big deal. Some of the changes to the test include omitting white racial superiority from the understanding of Manifest Destiny, de-emphasizing minorities' perspectives during World War II, and removing instances of violence against Native Americans. Because none of that ever happened. It did. And these changes will have huge ripple effects. Given last year, 500,000 students took the AP History test, making it the second most taken AP exam.